Good afternoon everyone, and welcome to this tutorial on creating a project in ArcGIS Pro. I'm going to talk about how to create a project, on saving the project and where to save it so that you can access it whether you're at VHL or whether you're working from home. We're going to talk a little bit about projections and base maps, and that will become clearer as I talk about it or along this module, and also how to link your data to your project so that you can access the data and use it for your analyses. Starting off, we've talked about data. In the Moodle, you'll find GIS software and data. If you click on that, here's a quick tutorial on how to install ArcGIS Pro. If you haven't done that already, make sure to do that. But more important, here you'll find also additional databases for analysis or data for the GIS workbook. So if we go into that, you'll find some data here, which is a zip file. So you can download that and unzip it. I'm going to go to the additional databases, and what I've done is I've already downloaded these so that they're accessible for me. Now what I've done is I've made a map in the module folder, setting data, and that's where both folders will just sit there throughout the entire module. Now, going into ArcGIS Pro, this will be quite a familiar site throughout this module. What we'll do is we're going to go into these blank templates here. We'll click map. So we don't want to start without a template. We want to create a map template. And once we go ahead and select that, we're going to name it. So I'm going to call it LDM2WM. And very important here is the location where you save it. You can see I've already saved it at the for me it's an F drive. It could be a C or a D drive for you. It depends on where you have OneDrive installed. So if I go into my browser and I go to my folder for this module, what I could do is I could simply save it here. So I can click OK, and now it's going to save my LDM2WM project in my LDM2WM folder. Okay, so now we know that this project belongs to this module, and it's all sort of saved in the same place so that we don't scatter our data around. Data management is quite important, and it all starts with where do you save your project. So having done this, we're going to click OK, and ArcGIS Pro is going to do a couple of things for us. And it's going to start with opening a map, and this is what we call a base map, and this is a world topographic map, so we can zoom out and we can see the entire world here. This can be relevant if your scope is indeed the entire world, or the entire planet, but it's not in this case. Our focus is actually on the Netherlands. Now, during this course, you'll also have lectures, and one of those is about coordinate systems, and we'll talk about coordinate systems quite a bit. And what you'll soon realize is that a coordinate system is incredibly important, and defining that coordinate system, making sure that you work within the same coordinate system, within the sort of same set of rules on where X and Y are, is going to be one of the most important things of this module. So here we see a world topographic map, and it's in the wrong coordinate system, and we can tell by right-clicking the map in the left-hand side in the table of contents, going into properties, going into coordinate system, and we'll see WGS 1984 web Mercator. Okay, we're working in the Netherlands, at least. We work with RDNew. So if we go into the search bar and we type in RDNew, hit enter, it will tell us under projected coordinate system, national grids, Europe. Just click through, we find RDNew. And this is the one that we want. So to make it easier upon ourselves, we're going to just right click it and add it to favorites, so that if we scroll up, we'll find it under favorites here. Makes things easier. But you select it once and you click OK. Now what will happen is now all of a sudden this looks really weird. And this is what I mean with coordinate systems are important, because we currently have a world topographic map projected towards the Dutch system, and it doesn't really work that way. So what we want to do is we want to match our base map with our project coordinate system. So under map, in the top left here, we're going to go under base map, select the drop down menu, scroll all the way down, and you're going to go to Topo RD. That's the one that we're going to work with most of the time. So we're going to go ahead and select that. And what you'll see is now things have straightened up. And also we don't have the entire world here anymore. We've got basically the topography of the Netherlands and nothing else. A couple of sort of surrounding countries, but no more information than we need. And trimming data is quite important in ArcGIS so that you don't always work with a lot more information than you need, because we've got limited processing power in our computers, so we want to make it as easy on our computers as possible. Now, we're working with data, and how do we get that data into this program here? It's quite simple. On the right hand side you've got your catalog set up. If you don't see catalog, but if you see like an empty grey screen at the bottom here, you've got different tabs, so you can select symbology or catalog. Now we're talking about the catalog, so we're going to go into the catalog, and if you drop down, if you click the little sort of arrow at folders, you get a drop down menu, and this is the project that you've just made. And if you see it where the path name here is also F OneDrive GIS modules DM LDM2 WM, and then the project LDM2 WM. In this you find a log, what we call a geodatabase GDB, and a toolbox. Now these things will become more important as we sort of progress throughout the module, but for now it's important to know how to link the data. So we're going to right click folder, add folder connection, and then remember where you saved the data that you downloaded from the Moodle. Browse to that folder. Mine's already set up, so it's in Animal Management LDM2 WM under the folder data. And what we want to do, so we can either select one of these two folders, so we make a connection to the database, or we can make a connection to the Natuurbeheerplan, or I can go back one and select the LDM2 WM folder. Hit OK, get an error. This was unscripted. What we'll do is, for now, we'll go into data, select database 2021, and hit OK. Things happen, even if you've done this for 3 or 4 times, things that you haven't foreseen happen. But there we go, we fixed it. So as you can see here, we've got our database here set up. And in this database, if we sort of open it up, you'll find lots and lots and lots of data. Now this might seem overwhelming now. It'll make a lot more sense as we sort of progress through the module, and you'll learn more about this. So this is sort of just an initial tutorial on how to set up a project, where to save it, make sure that you get your data management somewhat sorted, and setting your base map properly so that you can actually load in your data as well. If you do have any questions, make sure to send us either an email at gisleeuwarden@hvhl.nl, or ask questions on Teams, or obviously during your lectures or your practicals, make sure to pop your finger up or approach us, ask or try to define your question as well as you can, and we'll do our best to help you out. Enjoy your module, have a great time, and we'll see you out there.